So let me just ask this question, and this one will start with Josh. What standards of success do you think are appropriate for theistic arguments? Must they rationally compel belief? If so, why?
Yes, that's a good question. I tend to think in terms of your purpose, like why are you giving the argument, right? So I like this metaphor of building a bridge of reason, where the bridge or reason and evidence, where the purpose is to get somebody to where they want to be, presumably truth. Um, the challenge in giving an argument, especially in philosophy, is that there's a saying that for every philosophical proposition that some philosopher believes is true, there's another philosopher who thinks that proposition is not true. So I think of success as a sort of relative notion. So an argument will be successful relative to a category of people or to a plural of people for whom the premises in that argument appear plausibly true without them having to already believe the conclusion. At least this is a good making feature of an argument. Or if an argument has premises that appeal plausible to you prior to your belief in the conclusion, I think that's going to contribute to its success. Um, yeah, and then success relative to the goal of helping somebody see something that presumably is true if the conclusion follows from the premises and the premises are true. I don't think that in the case of theism or any other worldview, in fact, I would say for any proposition P, whether in math or science or in any category, I don't think that it's impossible for somebody to rationally disbelieve that proposition, even if that proposition is true and even if it's provably true. I think there's always ways of reasonably seeing obstacles to any truth, and so this is part of what makes, I think, philosophy and truth seeking in general complicated and interesting and also relational, because it's all about understanding how somebody's thinking about things and then trying to build from there. So
So
does that address your question?
So a sound theistic argument seems like it's something that was it a group of people you said? It's got to be not necessarily rationally compelling, but it just has to, I guess, invite intellectual assent to a number of people, even if it doesn't do everybody.
Yeah, so I mean, a sound argument, its premises are true and the conclusion follows from the premises. But we want more than just soundness. We want an argument that people will see that the premises are true, or at least plausible, more plausible than not. And they can see how the conclusion would follow from those premises. And then I'll say that it's going to be successful relative to the people for whom the premises seem plausible. So success is going to be relative. I mean, I suppose you could say it's successful in a sort of absolute way if it's successful relative to a high percentage of people. We could say that, let's say.